Hello!
We're Lemon Knife.
We're Lemon Knife, yes we are.
And we are here doing an exciting top 10 list. This isn't One Hit Wonders, Mia. What is it?
This is other songs by One Hit Wonders.
Yes, so we take a one hit wonder, it's defined by somebody only known for one song, and here is another good song by them. And this is our top 10 songs of such forth.
So John, why don't you go first, considering?
Alright, these were interesting to make, because there is tricky to find some of these. So my number 10 is not necessarily my favorite song of all time, but it's a fun song.
Same.
And this is Amnesia by Chumbawamba.
I'm not sure I've heard this one. Well,
You
I feel like a
heard
lot
on
of...
my phone, but...
Oh, fair enough.
Yes,
There'll be a lot of these.
So Chumbawamba, well known for, tub thumping. I get knocked down, but I get up again.
They ain't gonna never keep me down.
This is kind of this, really, dance poppy song, kind of, with just this very catchy chorus of, do you suffer from long-term memory loss? I don't remember.
Oh, boy.
And just, very much this, dance beat and just a fun, peppy song.
I'm not over it, John. I don't remember. How does he already got... Wouldn't that be short-term memory loss?
I'm not sure which one Amnesia counts in, or maybe Amnesia can be both. I see you
No,
still have What You Won't Do for Love.
Oh, well, I wrote them on the, on the
the
backs
other
of
side.
them.
Tricky.
Yes, I'm very resourceful to the earth, so, Anyway, yeah, kind of the same thing here. Not really my favorite song, but certainly a very, very,
Is that The Yardbirds?
No, 10 Years After.
Oh, 10 years. I'm reading it in reverse on the
Yeah,
camera.
so, it's in selfie mode.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do this because it was enough of, a guitar jam and very much, I almost didn't pick it because it was featured in the Woodstock movie. But I feel like
I've never heard of it, so I think you're on safe ground.
I feel like a lot of the songs that were featured in the Woodstock movie were not hits, and maybe that was on purpose. But yeah, this is just very, driving forward. And it's oh goodness, 10 years after, yeah, they did do that song, I'd Love to Change the World, that is...
Hippies, yeah.
They hate hippies. That probably could have even made my list had I thought a little further.
Oh, but, for the other list, yeah.
Yes, for the other list. The list from before we were talking about.
Yes, the one you just watched, hopefully.
Or maybe watched another time. I don't know.
No, I hope they just watched it.
Why do you hope that specifically? Why specifically just, John?
Well, then they'll be coming in here fully charged. They're like, ooh, I heard what those were, but what are these?
Is that charging?
Yeah, they're fully charged. They're 100% power.
It's your turn, John.
They're going to need all 100% power.
And why is that?
Chemicals to listen. I don't know. To listen to my number 9, Chemistry by Semisonic.
Semisonic has another song?
Yes, let no one argue that these are some legit one-hit wonders here. Chumbawamba, Semisonic.
Yeah.
Chemistry it's kind of just this nice power poppy song. It's very much, in a line with their other song, Closing Time. This is less piano, more upbeat rock.
This is the sequel song, actually. They knew who they wanted to take them home, and they're explaining why now, because they had chemistry.
Maybe you cracked the code there, Mia.
Did I? I don't know.
It's all part of a concept album.
Is it even off the same album? I don't know.
I have no idea. I'm not even sure how I found this song. It was probably a related YouTube link to something.
No, that wouldn't surprise me.
But it's a fun song.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, okay, maybe it actually is.
No, it's definitely
Is it lighthearted-ish?
It's 100% lighthearted.
Oh, okay.
I think it's about some guy and he's discovering his sexual thing or something. But it's all
his
with these chemistry and I was surprised by the things I learned from the fine, fine woman with nothing but good intentions and a bad tendency to get burned.
Doopa-doopa-doom. That's a lyric, guys. That's not a drum beat. Alright. My number 9 is Far Side of Crazy by Wall of Voodoo. We briefly discussed that this might appear on my list, and so it did. So, I just like that, like, once again, like, kind of spy-y Western
Yeah,
riff.
I was about to say Western riff.
Not quite as spy-y as Green-Eyed Lady from the other video, but very, like, could be a comedic Bond or something. I don't know. Like, not comedic. The riff itself, do you know what I mean, though? It's
yeah,
like a bit
that riff always feels like a badass riff to me.
It's very mysterious, yeah. I like it.
And see, there's what I'm talking about last video with, like, the dark side of man. Like, that's what it's all about. They're, like, talking about how they, like, feel this sympathy for Lenin's assassin.
Yes.
And, like...
there is definitely some darkness going on here.
Yeah, great song, great choice.
Thank you.
All right, my number 8, I actually managed to hear this song in full earlier than the hit, as we discussed in our previous video. This is Cream and Bastard's Rise by Harvey Danger.
You did go over this, yes.
Yes.
But repeat it for those who dared to come here without watching the first... Oh.
It's not a very exciting story, so it's in Rock Band. There's the story.
But John, that's not a story, that's just a statement.
Yeah. Anyway, Cream and
Chapter
Bastard's
1.
Rise is a great kind of power pop song. It's like 10 to 15 years after they were big with Flagpole Sitta
Right, there was like a comeback
and maybe
album?
its surrounding album. Yeah, this is allegedly a comeback album.
Where
I don't think any of the songs
yeah.
ever did anything on it. This song was in Rock Band, which is how I heard it, but I don't think I've ever heard it anywhere else. But this is just this great, like, very snarky, much like Flagpole Sitta. It's just about how, like, you know, all they also rans are real nice guys, but only cream and bastards rise.
Yes, I always liked that, like, I didn't remember enough of the song itself to put it on my list, but I love that turn of phrase there.
It's also got a great distorted bass kind of sound to it.
Oh, yes.
Just a nice song overall.
It's a nice song. It's so nice.
Well, it's not very friendly, I guess.
Yeah, it's a nice guy, but only cream and bastards rise. What's a bastard song, John?
It's a bastard song.
But what is a bastard song?
You mean what are other examples
Like what is an example of a bastard song as opposed to a nice guy song?
How about Cream and Bastard Fries?
Yeah, there's going to be a riff here, but I think I failed.
I think you lost it. Yeah.
I don't think I ever had it.
I think it slipped through your fingers.
Anyway.
It's okay, Mia.
My fingers.
It's okay. Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
Fingers.
It'll all be okay.
The number 8 is All or Nothing by the Small Faces.
Yeah.
So yes,
I'm tired of lies.
especially John knows this from
The Waco Brothers.
We're very fortunate to have the Waco Brothers as a bunch of hometown heroes by now, pretty much. So they are frequently performing.
Do a fantabulous cover of this one.
And what was it like? He takes 5 minutes off his life
every time. I didn't kind of lie.
But like the original here, and yeah, I was definitely. This was one of the ones I had the hardest time determining. Like as we discussed between ourselves, not with you folks. You folk watching this right now. This single folk that's
it could be 3 people in a room saying, "Hey, Joe, put on the Lemonade top 10."
So this room full of folks, sure.
This room full of football fans. The game got delayed. There's
so they're watching
rain over Minneapolis. So
and
Joe said,
like
"Hey guys, I got some
great
great stuff for you to watch. Here's top 10 songs by one-hit wonders that aren't wonders."
Great material for football fans.
Yep. Like, I'm gonna download that Far Side of Crazy.
Oh, Lennon's Assassin.
I never liked that Lemon too much. Of
that lemon.
Peace guy.
That Liz Lemon.
I never wanted to give Peace a chance. Where would the Dallas Cowboys be if they had given Peace a chance back in 72? We were discussing All or Nothing by the Small Faces.
But we were specifically discussing that we were definitely allowing for more of like a loose definition of
because it's a tricky
one-hit
list.
wonders. Because like the Faces themselves, definitely not a one-hit wonder, even if they do have any just like a one hit. Because you have Rod Stewart coming from it's basically like known as a breeding ground.
A pre-super group.
A pre-super group.
Like
I
the
guess.
Yardbirds.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think the Yardbirds had more hits, so they didn't make a list. But but like the Small Faces proper, they really only had Itchy Coo Part, which is annoying as shit.
I've never heard of that, thankfully.
Yeah, I kind of like the chorus, and there's literally everything else about it.
All right, my number 7 is we actually discovered this one recently because we recently went through something where we looked at all the artists I had one song by. I'm like, hey, what else is by them? And this is 25 Miles by Edwin Starr.
Oh, yes!
So he is most known for War, What Is It Good For?
Absolutely nothing.
You might even know the phrase more than the,
I'm sorry.
the,
I didn't even realize...
You might know the phrase even more than the song. But but this is another. It's a great kind of. It's that 70s like.
Yeah, very
like,
strong vocal and.
Very like fast tempo.
Yeah, that chorus is very distinctive.
Yeah, like fast vocal, soul, Motown kind of sound. Just a good one. If you like War, you definitely like that. Less social commentary, more of a love song, but great song.
I mean, he's walking a long way. I mean, 25 miles. That's
yeah,
a very
maybe
long
that's
time.
how long the distance is from the demilitarized zone in Vietnam to the front, and it's like it's a really deep commentary, like knee deep in the muddy or whatever.
I mean, I feel like dehydration from walking too far might also be a friend of the Undertaker, but maybe not as close of one as War. You know, the Undertaker's got a few like, you know, a group of acquaintances. This War's his buddy. Anyway.
Another thing I like about it is, like, the verses he starts with, like, he's got 25 miles to go, he's got 20. When he gets to the last 10, he just counts down all 10. He's like, I got 10, 9, 8, 7.
Very quick miles. This guy looked like a sprinter.
Maybe.
10, 9.
Maybe. Well, he didn't say
8.
he wasn't in a car.
So all this time, all this time he was just driving 25 miles in a car?
I'm so tired, but I just can't break my stride. Puts foot down slightly harder on the gas pedal.
He pulled an all-nighter last night. He was like up studying for a research paper. So
25
like,
miles. Jeez.
Am I gonna be awake for this? Oh.
All right, what's your number 7, Mia?
My number 7 is Love, Hurt, Bleed, despite the cringy title, but it's like Love, Death, and Robots, but loving, hurting, and bleeding.
Who is it by?
It's by Gary Newman. So yeah, this is when I discovered at that same show, that same set where it was like, oh, it's that guy who did Cars.
This guy's like a dystopian preacher.
He comes out in like this like mummy suit or something, and that's what it looked like. He was like the most cheerful like industrial mummy ever, though. Like he was clearly like supposed to be a very dramatic suit, and he's just like, hey!
Stay tuned for a new EP, Cheerful Industrial Mummy.
Cheerful Industrial Mummy. We're
coming
using
spring 2045.
But like this is the type of song that Nine Inch Nails probably heard and was like, not this specific song. I think it's a pretty recent one, but like, and was like, ooh, we should do something like this. It's very like dark and like the dramatic pauses and just like this big thing. And
Love.
Okay, he never actually
Hurts.
He never actually says love, hurt, bleed.
Bleed.
Okay, well he does say everything bleeds. It's the chorus. I'm afraid, but it's like it still manages to be kind of catchy.
It's a middle school health class song.
Everything bleeds. And they go on to Sex Ed, and that's Love Hurts by Nazareth.
All right, my number 6 you may have seen before. This is also Far Side of Crazy by Wall of Voodoo.
So
we've talked about it then. Over to you for your number 6.
Okay, so number 6 is Mother We Just Can't Get Enough. So once again, this may technically be more than one hit. There is, okay, well, let me start by saying...
This is by the New Radicals.
The New Radicals, yes.
So You Get What You Give is obviously the hit. That one narrowly missed my list. And then Someday We'll Know is like kind of maybe a hit.
Like they might, I mean, I guess if they performed at Biden's inauguration, that must count for something. Or maybe it doesn't,
I think they only performed that song.
Yeah, but like they performed it all is my point. Like you don't do that from having no significance. Maybe it's just like the nature of the song, I'm not sure. But well, let me start by saying like there is one and only one.
Never mind. This is the wrong artist. That's going to make a terrible off-color joke. So please continue.
There's only one reason I haven't downloaded this song yet, and that's because I normally use Apple Music, and there's not really... And for this one, I must edit the album intro. It starts off the album. I'm not going to say anything about it. You're just going to go look it up and see why
I must have edited it so long ago that I don't even remember that the intro is there.
I think the video we looked up didn't have the intro, so it must have been like a single edit or something.
Just download it from that.
Yeah, so I have to go find that, which is one of the rare times I'm like, all right, I gotta edit something. This is like painful to hear every time it comes on. I'm not putting this on shuffle, and that's the first thing I hear.
Yeah, I didn't even think of this one because I didn't think of the New Radicals for either list.
I mean, fair.
But a good choice. It's more of that kind of happy Monday
very bouncy
sound than than the other ones by them.
I like the vocals on this one a lot. So yeah.
All right, my number 5. This artist just missed my one-hit wonders because I'm not as big a fan of the hit, but I'm a big fan of the album in full. And this is Living in the Plastic Age by
I
the
was wondering when
Buggles.
these guys were going to
Yeah,
come
these
up.
guys had to be on my list. They've got like 3 or 4 Dynamite songs on top of Video Killed the Radio Star, which is good, not my favorite. This is Living in the Plastic Age. Their whole album is kind of, they got the synth sounds, they've got kind of like, actually some piano, they've got kind of a lot of stuff. They're kind of like, they're almost like old-timey science fiction in a way. Like, they kind of have this sound where like they're singing about the future, but they kind of have the old-timey sound to them.
Yeah, like that microphone effect they use a lot of the time, yeah.
And they've got kind of the old-timey piano and stuff, but they're kind of like singing about the future. Like, this is kind of this dystopian song about like the heart police put you under cardiac arrest, and it's just a great song.
I think my favorite of theirs that didn't quite make my list for this one is Elstree.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
When you started that sentence, I bet Mia's going to say Elstree.
You did, didn't you? Of course you did.
Yeah, that one's got the
that
great
piano intro, yeah.
And the whoa.
Whoa, very catchy.
Not clean.
Ah, that's also them, isn't it?
Yes. Techno pop also great.
Okay,
All right.
We're gonna see if I'm right about this. I'm pretty sure these guys count pretty strongly as a one-hit wonder, if only because the other song was so big, it was on like multiple shows, it was joked about, there was a picture book written based on the lyrics, and this one did not get nearly that much credit. Do you have a guess, John?
Picture book written about the lyrics.
So like the
Okay, I've
lyrics
got
were
this
literally the text of the picture book.
Okay, I've got this.
Oh no.
Raining Blood by Slayer.
Oh no.
From a wass-awaited sky.
No, not
All right,
even
what do
close.
we got?
We have Where You Grew
Oh,
Up
Massachusetts.
by
Yeah.
Ylvis.
Yes, I would say that counts.
So the song is just so stinking funny. It's stupid and funny in like every great way. It makes me laugh every time I hear it. Even I know everything that's coming, and I don't care. I just start laughing ahead of time.
There's so many great, the fact they call it out
one-liners.
It's the 14th largest state.
Just 4 hours from New York.
The highest praise.
Yes. It's
That's way too many K's.
It's like mass-produced, but without produce. The way they say it, I just love it. I laugh every time. Once again, and not least because John is from Massachusetts.
Yes,
so.
every time like we're going, Mia comes in.
The
flies
first
out,
time
like,
I walked into
Christmas,
Massachusetts to meet your
I'm
family.
going to pick her up from the airport.
That would come out the window. Just like an endlessly quotable song. But yeah, picture book out of What Does the Fox Say? Yes. I don't know how they transcribe yinga dinga dinga ding though. All right, what's your number 4?
All right, my number 4 is, I don't know when things will get released, so you may have seen our cover of this first. But this is Ecstasy by Rusted Root.
Oh, yes.
And our recent thing reminded
indeed.
me of this. So they are most known for Send Me On My Way, On My Way, Send Me On My Way, On My Way. And you could even say only known for that. But they've got an album that's pretty good. A lot of that kind of, they're definitely trying to be, kind of Paul Simon-y thing where they bring in a lot of African sounds to their music. But this is actually the album opener after Drum Intro or whatever.
Drum Trip, excuse me.
Drum Trip, yeah.
Yeah,
but
worse.
this is just this great, really, it's like aggressive and funky. Like it's kind of like the beat is very like funky and energetic, but then like the vocals are very like impassioned and forceful.
Yeah, just very driving song in general, like big time. More like speeding on a motorcycle down the road. It's motorcycle.
And then on a motorcycle
down the road. Down the road.
That's a Rob Zombie song. I think.
Motorcycle down the road.
Motorcycle.
Yeah, it's the follow-up to Dragula. All right.
And then just listen to him yelling about the military machine and tell me you aren't mad about the military machine.
I was gonna do a Rob Zombie, but it didn't quite work.
Military motorcycle is a military machine. Oh, I gotta play you a song later that you just reminded me existed.
I'm sorry in advance.
Anyway,
my number 4 in the meantime.
Sadly, none of their songs I think made either
they're
of
all
our lists.
terrible.
They're all terrible. Yeah, no offense, Space Hog. We'll still open for you.
Yeah, please.
Just send us a telegram.
Why a telegram?
I only respond to telegrams. We got Red Hot Chili Peppers in our email inbox, and I'm not gonna respond to it. That's not a telegram.
Oh, so that was the noise in the intro of In the Meantime. Doop, 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 doop. It's I'm typing about a telegram in the future to be sent
We're
to
a
us.
dignified band. We only play telegram requests.
Soon enough, we'll get a musical telegram at our door. It's lemon knife. Will you open? Doop, 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 doop. All right. Anyway, number 4, another one I first heard live. It is Don't Stop, Don't Stop. Yep, it's by Foster the People.
I don't know if I would call them a one hit.
Would you
I feel
not?
like this is a hit also.
Is it?
I mean,
Is it,
certainly
though?
nowhere as big as Pumped Up Kicks, but I think
the
this
thousandth
is,
ones are
like,
going to be the
kind of a
hardest
hit.
to
I think,
argue for.
Coming of Age might have seen some play. We'll have to look it up later, but
it's very possible.
That's
but they definitely came
certainly
a
a good
bunch on
song.
I have to Google myself to remind myself of, oh yeah, Foster the People. But I really like the song. When I first heard it, it was just like it was live. Obviously, it was in the middle of Lollapalooza's smelliest, loudest crowd, and I was there alone because John was singing, I think, Run to Jewels at the same time, or someone like that. And I remember really liking the performance and just wanting everyone around me to shut the hell up. I mean, it went so far that if there was one song with a semi-similar beat to Pumped Up Kicks, and they just started singing that instead. I'm like, shut up!
No.
It was like sorority sisters or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, kill
See,
me.
if we ever get one hit like that, we're just gonna play that first in our festival set, and then
we're
all,
gonna play it
again
halfway through, and then we're gonna play it at the end.
And we're not gonna play it multiple times. We're gonna play it up front, so all
we're
those
gonna play it up
obnoxious
front
people
3 times,
will get
like
the hell
Vampire
out,
Weekend,
and then all the people that want to see us will stick around.
Like us, man, because that's
Yeah.
us. That's not us, man. Our hit isn't us.
Okay, my number 3. This may or may not be a one-hit wonder. I would say they count. This is New Routine by Fountains of Wayne.
Oh yeah, I'd say they probably count. I think
at the very least, Stacy's mom towers over everything else they've done in terms of popularity.
Well, I'm using that same argument for Foster the People then. So there.
I don't. We'll
I mean,
look up
Adam
Don't Stop
Schlesinger is a
later.
well-known songwriter for things outside of it. So I guess
Sure.
that's a big thing as well.
But anyway, New Routine. This is actually the one we chose to cover when we did a little tribute to Adam Schlesinger when he passed last year.
Sorry, I did mispronounce it, didn't I?
Oh, did I pronounce it differently than you?
Yeah, I said Schlesinger.
I don't. Well, either of us could be right.
R.I.P. Whatever your name, whatever your name is, great stuff.
And so this is just this great kind of like ballad, not in the power ballad sense, but in the kind of storytelling sense. It's just these interconnected people all just kind of going through everyday lives, and then they make abrupt decisions to go off somewhere. But it starts and ends with the old people that aren't going anywhere, and they just want to go to the diner every week and tell the same jokes. And it's just kind of it's just this perfect little slice of life. All the characters feel so real.
Yeah, definitely.
And then the backing, it's not a big thing, but it's perfect for it. The little synths come in, and there's a synthy ending.
Love that power poppy stuff. Yeah.
What's your number 3?
Okay, the number 3 is another Thousands one. So once again, it might just be they have 50 other songs. But I know that there is definitely one song that has seen the most success and the most pain on Mia's face hearing it. So
this is Trapped, right?
No. I really, really like this song, and I hate their hit. This is So Says I by the... That's not... spoiler alert. Right, that's number 2. Anyway, number 3, right, is Dance All Days by One
Which is a top 100 hit.
It is?
It is, so I did not count it. I looked these guys up when I was making my list.
Okay, well, in my defense, VH1, when I was a kid, showed music things slightly longer than MTV did. They had a show, I distinctly remember this, they had 2 separate shows, one 100 Greatest One-Hit Wonders, and one 50 Worst Songs of All Time, and this was on both of them.
Dance All Day, or their hit.
Sorry, their hit, Everybody Wang Chung Tonight,
okay.
or Have Fun Tonight, or whatever the hell it's actually called.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they definitely must be, okay, but if this is a top 100 hit, then...
It has its own Wikipedia page, at the very minimum.
Well, I guess I won't say any more about it.
It is certainly a great song.
Yeah! I knew this was going to happen.
All right, my
At least
number
once.
my number 1 is a little iffy. So my number 2 is definitely my largest by an actual one-hit wonder, and this is Mayday by Flowbot.
Okay.
Flowbot's really only known for Handlebars, but they have a lot of fantastic songs. They've got this great combination. They've got violin, they've got like hard rock guitar, and they've got fantastic rapping, and they just all go together really well. Handlebars kind of downplays the guitar part of it, but this one I think really plays up
Into
the balance
all of it,
everything.
yeah.
Like
The
there's
backup
just this
singers,
terrific rapping. We covered this as part of our
We did.
50 state series for Colorado.
It was a
You can
tough one.
listen to it and hear me try to rap, especially when it gets to like the fast part near the end. Certainly gave me more appreciation for it.
Oh, yeah.
Mia will sing the violin part in it, so
Oh, God, yeah.
yeah. So but just like great drums too on this track, just a fantastic track.
Real
I could have picked like
firecracker,
4 or
yeah.
5 by them. Airplane Mode, Sides,
Side's another great
Defend
one.
Atlantis, all fantastic. So your number 2 is
So
Trapped.
says I, but
It's
I'm
Who's
sorry,
Going Home With
yeah.
You Tonight.
yeah, my number 3. My number 3 is now Who's Going Home With You Tonight since Dance Hall Days was.
Yep.
Yeah, so that big build up, it wasn't actually to. I
So
kind of
says
hate.
I.
Yeah,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
says
This
I.
is so much better than their hit.
And I love it so much. And the first time I heard it was just like, oh my God, this is fantastic.
This is the Shins, John.
It's like, this is the Shins? You're sure this is the Shins? I love the video, too. It's got the little penguins walking around in their fascist empire. You know, it's, yeah, but it's just, like, so infectious, easily sing-alongable. I don't understand how new slang was the big thing. I don't understand how Garden State Woman is like, this is gonna change your life.
I like new slang. I think it's got a nice
Oh.
mellow vibe to it.
Yeah,
but-
maybe that's the problem.
But
I
So
don't
Says
know.
I definitely like better.
I mean, I appreciate new slang. I appreciate the writing that I wouldn't do it, whatever, but, like, I don't like it. It's painful.
All right, Mia, this is one of my longtime axes to grind, my number 1. I bet you can guess who this is.
Axes to grind?
Artist that I'm always pushing. This is not Crazy Arm. Even I can't admit that they don't have any hits.
Right. Well, you were gonna explain your absence of Midnight Oil, which, spoiler alert, is
Oh
my
yeah,
number one.
Midnight Oil. Yeah, they would be a great fit. I didn't count them as a one-hit wonder because
'Cause
they're
Australia.
massive in Australia, and even I think like Power and the Passion, Forgotten Years, like barely charted over here. So
Yeah, fair enough,
Yeah.
I guess.
all right, what do you think my number 1 is, Mia?
I got no bloody clue, John.
Okay, this is somebody you could say they have more of a presence, but they definitely have one hit that's much bigger than the others that they might only be known for. This is Warren Zevon.
Okay. Oh, you counted him.
I counted him, especially for this list, which was a little trickier to put together. And so I'm putting Desperados Under the Eaves by him, because he is mainly known for his novelty hit, Werewolves
Yes.
of London, which is, it's a good song, I like it, I certainly like it, but like, the rest of his music, a lot of it is nothing like it. Like, he has
Yeah,
this sense
he's a
of comedy, he
fantastic
has this sense
songwriter.
of dark comedy through a lot of things, but he also has these very serious songs. Like, he really blends everything well. Like, and this is a song about kind of like an alcoholic, like just kind of
In
the
rehab.
Hollywood Hawaiian
Yeah.
Hotel. The ending, you know, you can't help but hum along. It's just terrific. I think it made my
The
top
build.
10 songs
Yes.
of all time.
Yes, I believe it
And
did.
I'm counting him because there are definitely a lot of people that say, oh, Warren Zevon, oh, Werewolves of London, Kid Rock.
Yeah, some of the where the lines are blurred, I think, are within music circles. Because I think you say Warren Zevon to like a musician, they're like, oh yeah, that fantastic songwriter, not oh yeah, Werewolves of London.
If they say that, I'm happy, yeah.
So yeah. Anyway,
All right,
we got a
Mia,
minute and a half
let's get
left.
this in before the
Hey,
30-minute mark.
it's King of the Mountain by Midnight Oil. I don't even know what it is about this song that infects me. So
Very
it's
power
just
pop, yeah.
Very power pop, extremely catchy. Like, I think just like the hammering guitars and just the manic. It's like at this point they had a manic vocal delivery still, but it was more melodic now. It was a little less like constantly, you know, constantly not quite constantly abrasive, I guess.
I love that little thing on the second verse where it's like...
Yes, yes. So like a lot of stuff going on there that's just like subtle but great. I don't know.
And yeah, if I was going to put one if I counted them, I would either put Progress or Power and the Passion
I was
on my
gonna
list.
say,
So many
yes.
great songs.
So that's
Thank
time,
you very
folks.
much for
Thank you
tuning
very
in
much.
to Not Wonders by Wonders that weren't hits by one-hit wonders. There we go.
Good night, everyone.
See you next week.